Alex woke up slowly, the sunlight creeping through his window and brushing against his face. The alarm on his bedside table hadn't gone off yet, but something felt off. Something was on his bed. He blinked, rubbing his eyes, and there it was, a figure sitting calmly at the foot of his bed. At first, he thought it was a friend from class playing a prank, but as he focused, his stomach tightened with surprise. It wasn't human. The being had smooth, pale blue skin that shimmered slightly in the morning light. Its eyes were large, almost glowing, and seemed to look at Alex with quiet curiosity. Two thin antennas curved gently from its head, moving like they were sensing the room. Alex froze. Kale? He asked, his voice shaky. The alien, Kale, tilted its head. Yes, you are awake. Its voice was soft but clear, each word deliberate, careful. I was observing. Alex sat up, pulling the blanket closer to himself. Observing me? Kale nodded slowly. Your sleep patterns are unusual. I wish to understand. Alex frowned. Unusual? I'm just sleeping. How could that be unusual? He glanced at the alien, trying to mask his nervousness. Why are you even on my bed? Kale shifted, its long fingers brushing lightly across the covers. I did not know it would disturb you. I am sorry. I thought your sleep was fascinating. Alex swallowed. He had expected strange things when he signed up for the interstellar exchange program, but this was on a new level. He had been told he would live with an alien roommate for a semester to learn about each other's cultures. He thought it would be like having a quiet neighbor, not a blue glowing antennaed being sitting on his bed. Okay. Well, this is new, Alex said, trying to sound casual. But maybe next time. Knock? Kale tilted its head again, considering the suggestion. Knocking is a human custom. I will attempt it in the future. Its large eyes blinked slowly, giving Alex a strange sense of calm despite the shock. Alex exhaled. All right, so you said you were observing my sleep patterns? Yes. Kale's voice was careful, almost like it was choosing the words perfectly. Humans sleep differently than other species. Your REM cycles are intense. Your dreams are complex. Alex laughed nervously. Dreams? You mean I'm like dreaming a lot? Kale nodded. Yes, and the content is variable, unpredictable. Interesting. Alex shook his head. I guess I never thought anyone would be interested in my dreams, especially not you. He gestured vaguely at Kale, who was sitting cross-legged on the bed. Kyle's eyes widened slightly, or at least Alex thought they did. You are amused? Yeah, Alex said. A little. Mostly confused, though. He rubbed the back of his neck. Okay, let's start from the beginning. How did you even get here? Did you teleport? Walk through walls? Because honestly, I don't remember inviting anyone onto my bed last night. Kale's antennas twitched. I entered through the designated living quarters entrance. I did not teleport. Your perception of entry may differ from my species' method of arrival. Alex blinked. Right, sure. Method of arrival. Got it. He tried to calm himself. Look, I don't want you to think I'm angry. I'm just surprised and maybe a little freaked out. Kale tilted its head. Surprise is a normal human emotion. Its tone was almost empathetic. I am learning. Alex nodded slowly, feeling the tension ease slightly. He could see the way Kale's eyes scanned his room, taking in the books stacked on the shelf, the posters of space missions, the small cactus on the windowsill. The alien was curious, observant, and utterly different, but not hostile. That gave Alex some comfort. So you're here to learn about humans, Alex said, and specifically my sleep. Got it. He leaned back against his pillows, trying to process everything. I guess I can help with that. I just didn't expect the research to start on my bed. Kyle's antennas twitched again, almost like a small smile. Your cooperation is appreciated. I did not mean to cause discomfort. Alex chuckled. Don't worry about it. I'll get used to this. Maybe. He paused, then asked, do other humans have alien roommates, too? Yes, several. Your species has been selected for cultural exchange. Kale's voice carried a sense of pride. We are learning from each other. You are special in ways you may not understand. Alex raised an eyebrow. Special? Me? I'm just a student trying to pass calculus and maybe get through life without burning my toast. Kyle's gaze seemed to pierce through him. Humans are unpredictable, creative, resilient. You will demonstrate qualities my people rarely encounter. Alex felt a strange warmth in his chest. Nobody had ever said humans were special to him, not even his teachers or parents. Hearing it from an alien, it was oddly motivating. Well, thanks, Kale. I guess I'll try to live up to that. He smiled faintly. Starting with breakfast. You want some cereal? Kale tilted its head again. Cereal? Yes. I wish to observe this human ritual. Alex laughed, standing up. All right, let's go. You might find my cereal skills impressive. As they moved toward the small kitchen area of the dorm, Alex kept stealing glances at Kale. Despite the strange appearance, there was something comforting about having someone who was genuinely curious about him, even if it was an alien. While Alex poured milk into a bowl of cereal, Kale studied the process intently, making small notes in a holographic pad that hovered beside it. Alex tried to ignore the faint buzzing sound the pad made. You really take notes on everything, huh? Alex asked. Kale nodded. Observation is crucial. I must understand human behavior accurately. Alex shrugged. Well, I hope it's useful. Just don't take notes on my snoring. That's classified information. Kale's eyes widened slightly. Snoring is an interesting phenomenon. I may record it with your consent? Alex groaned, hiding his face behind the cereal box. We'll see. Maybe someday. For the next hour, they ate breakfast in relative silence. Kale occasionally asked questions about human habits, like why people brush their teeth before bed, why coffee is so popular, and why humans liked things like music and movies. Alex answered as best he could, finding himself explaining things he had never thought about before. It felt strange, but good. Kyle was not judging. It was only curious. After breakfast, Alex and Kale sat on the small couch in their dorm living room. The sunlight now poured in through the window, illuminating the room and giving everything a warm glow. Kale leaned forward slightly. There is something I must tell you. Today you may experience unexpected phenomena. I detect a disturbance in local energy patterns. Alex frowned. Energy disturbance? What kind of disturbance? Kale's eyes were serious now. I do not know, but it is unusual. I am concerned. It may affect both humans and my species. Alex felt a shiver run down his spine. Unusual energy. Okay, that sounds like trouble, but we'll handle it, right? Kale nodded. Yes, together, we may resolve it. Humans have unique problem-solving methods. Alex raised an eyebrow. Unique problem-solving methods, you mean like when I try to fix my toaster with duct tape? Kyle's antennas twitched, almost like a faint smile. Perhaps more sophisticated, but your species' creativity is remarkable. Alex laughed. Well, Kale, I guess we'll find out what happens next. Maybe this is going to be a very interesting day. Kale's large eyes followed Alex as he moved around, tidying up his room. There was a strange sense of camaraderie already forming. Despite the differences in species, culture, and appearance, Alex felt that he and Kale might actually make a good team. Little did they know the events that would unfold today would test both their courage and their ingenuity in ways they could never imagine. For now, though, they simply existed together in quiet understanding, one human, one alien, sharing the first moments of a friendship that could change the way the galaxy looked at humanity forever. The morning seemed normal at first. Alex walked to class with Kale trailing behind, notebook in hand, quietly taking notes on how humans navigated hallways and interacted with friends. Some students noticed the alien, whispering and pointing, but most thought it was part of the university's new exchange program. Kale didn't care about whispers. Its attention was focused, scanning for the subtle fluctuations in energy that it had detected earlier. By mid-afternoon, the unusual calm of the campus was broken. Lights flickered across the hallways of the dormitory, some computers shut down abruptly, and faint hums vibrated through the walls. At first, Alex assumed it was just a power glitch, but Kyle's reaction told him otherwise. "This is not normal," Kyle said, its voice calm but tense. Its antennas twitched in the air, sensing the disturbance. "The energy, it is spreading. Faster than I anticipated." Alex frowned, trying to think clearly. "Spreading? What do you mean? Like a storm or an earthquake?" Kyle shook its head. "No, not natural. Something artificial. Or at least not human in origin. The signals are irregular, yet directed." Alex's stomach twisted. "Directed? Like someone's trying to..." Before he could finish, a sudden pulse of light shot across the corridor outside. The fluorescent bulbs flickered violently, and a low vibration hummed through the floor. Students screamed and ducked under tables, while Alex froze in place. Kyle's hand gently rested on his shoulder. "Do not panic," Kyle said calmly. "We must investigate. It is contained, but I cannot determine its origin from here." Alex swallowed hard. His mind raced, jumping from science fiction movies to alien invasion documentaries. "Investigate? You mean go out there? Now?" Kale nodded. "Yes. Humans often perceive solutions differently from my species. Your creativity may help." Alex blinked. "My creativity? I'm barely creative when it comes to cooking, Kale. But, okay, let's do it." They moved quickly to the dorm basement, where maintenance tunnels stretched like a hidden maze beneath the building. Few humans ever ventured there. Kale's presence allowed them to bypass some security sensors, moving silently and efficiently. The air smelled of damp concrete and old pipes. The hum beneath the floor grew louder with each step. "This way," Kale whispered, leading Alex toward a section of the tunnel where the vibrations were strongest. A faint blue glow emanated from cracks in the walls. Alex stepped carefully, trying not to trip over exposed wiring or loose tiles. Finally, they reached a small chamber. In the center, a strange object pulsed with light. Alex froze. The object looked like a crystalline sphere, translucent and swirling with energy. Tiny sparks danced across its surface. "What is that?" Alex breathed, his eyes wide. Kale stepped closer, antennas twitching. "It is a beacon. I did not expect one to be here. Its origin, not native to Earth. It is sending signals to somewhere. Perhaps a hostile faction." Alex's mind raced. "A hostile faction? You mean aliens?" "Yes," Kale said softly. "Possibly tracking me, or you, both." Alex's heart pounded. "Tracking me? Why me?" Kyle hesitated. "Because humans are unpredictable. Your species' problem-solving resourcefulness when they remarkable. Threats may underestimate you. That is why they are curious." Alex swallowed, trying to calm himself. "So what do we do? Can you shut it down?" Kyle shook its head.
"It is protected by layers I cannot fully manipulate from here. I will need assistance, your creativity, your perspective."
"May allow us to disable it." Alex frowned. "Me? I'm just a student. I mean, I can think outside the box sometimes, but I don't know anything about alien tech. Kale's eyes were intense, unwavering. That is precisely why you can help. Your species' methods are unpredictable. This is an advantage. Alex nodded slowly, feeling a strange sense of determination. Somehow, despite the fear, he knew he had to try. Okay, let's do it. They approached the beacon. Carefully, its surface shimmered, reacting to their movements. Kale examined the energy flow, tracing faint patterns in the air with its fingers. Alex watched, trying to notice anything he could use. Then he remembered something from his physics class, a principle about resonance frequencies. Wait, Alex said suddenly. Kale, what if we disrupt it by creating vibrations at a specific frequency? Maybe it will confuse the signal. Kale's antennas twitched rapidly. Interesting, that method may work, but you will need a device to generate controlled vibrations. Alex looked around the maintenance room. Old machinery, loose, pipes, even a maintenance cart. Anything could work. He quickly grabbed a portable fan and a metal pipe. Using duct tape and some wires, he connected them in a rough way, creating a small makeshift resonator. Kale observed silently, impressed. Humans adapt quickly. I did not anticipate this approach. Alex took a deep breath. Here goes nothing. He turned on the resonator and a low, vibrating hum filled the chamber. The crystalline beacon quivered, the blue light flickering wildly. Sparks danced along its surface. Alex adjusted the frequency, moving his hands over the makeshift controls. Kale's antennas twitched in delight. Yes, your method is effective. Continue. The hum grew louder, resonating perfectly with the beacon's energy. Suddenly, a sharp pulse shot through the room. Alex ducked instinctively, and Kale extended a protective arm around him. The beacon's light dimmed slightly, but then a wave of resistance pushed back. They are aware, Kale exclaimed. The source is fighting our interference. Alex's mind raced. Okay, think. What else can I do? He looked around and spotted the maintenance cart with metal wheels. Inspiration struck. He rolled it near the beacon and used it to amplify the vibrations. The hum intensified and, this time, the beacon's light began to flicker uncontrollably. Kale's eyes widened. Remarkable. Your unpredictability, it is working. Finally, with a sudden burst, the beacon's glow shattered, and the sphere went dark. The humming ceased and the room fell into silence. Alex and Kale stared at the now inert object, breathing heavily. Alex laughed nervously. Well, that was intense. Did we just win? Kale's antennas twitched, almost like a smile. Yes, but caution is advised. The source may send others. We have only delayed them. Alex nodded, feeling the weight of the warning. So, this isn't over. Not even close. Kyle looked at him, eyes steady. You performed beyond expectation. Humans are capable of extraordinary things. I am impressed. Alex felt a warm rush of pride. Thanks, Kyle. I guess humans can be surprising. Kyle's gaze softened. And that is why we must work together. Your unpredictability, your creativity, combined with my knowledge, may save more than this campus. Alex's mind whirled. More threats? More strange alien technology? But he felt ready. Somehow, being with Kale, facing the unknown, gave him confidence he had never felt before. They left the maintenance chamber cautiously, moving back toward the dorm rooms. The campus was quieter now, though the faint hum of residual energy lingered in the walls. Students whispered nervously, some checking their devices, others staring at the strange shimmer in the air. Alex and Kale walked side by side, silent for a moment. The bond between them had grown stronger in that short, intense experience. They were a team now, human ingenuity paired with alien knowledge, facing dangers that most of the world would never understand. As they reached Alex's room, Kale paused. "There is one more task," it said quietly. "We must analyze the beacon signal. Even dormant, it may have left traces, indications of its origin." Alex groaned softly. "I was hoping for a nap, Kale, but okay, let's see what we're dealing with." Kale projected a small holographic display, pulling residual energy patterns from the shattered beacon. Lines and waves of glowing light filled the air, complex and strange. Alex studied them, trying to make sense of the patterns. "I don't understand most of this," Alex admitted. "But maybe, if we combine our knowledge, we can figure out where it came from." Kyle nodded. "Precisely. Humans think differently. Your perspective is valuable." Alex smiled faintly. "Well, I guess this is going to be a very long day, and maybe a very interesting one." Kale's eyes glimmered in agreement. "Yes, and we must prepare. Whatever sent this beacon may return. Together, we will face." Yet outside, the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the campus. The quiet hum of the city returned, masking the hidden danger beneath. Alex and Kale, human and alien, prepared themselves for challenges they could not yet imagine. But both knew one thing for certain: they would face them together. The next morning, Alex woke up to the soft hum of his alarm, but Kale was already awake. The alien sat cross-legged on the floor beside his bed, eyes fixed on a holographic display projected in the air. It showed traces of the beacon's signal from yesterday, flickering and shifting as Kale analyzed it. "Morning," Alex said, rubbing his eyes. "You've been up all night?" Kale tilted its head. "I could not sleep. The beacon, though deactivated, has left residual traces. I must determine its origin before it becomes dangerous." Alex swung his legs off the bed and yawned. "Well, I guess I should help. But first, coffee. I need coffee," Kale observed quietly as Alex brewed his coffee, intrigued by the ritual. "Caffeine, an unusual stimulant. Humans rely on it frequently." Alex shrugged. "It helps wake us up. Kind of like your whatever you do to stay alert." Kale's antennas twitched. "I do not require stimulants. My species maintains constant vigilance, but I understand its utility." After breakfast, they returned to the holographic display. The beacon's residual signals were faint but consistent. Kyle traced the energy back to several locations, most on Earth, but one pattern extended beyond the planet. Alex's eyes widened. "That's far," he said quietly. "You mean somewhere out there?" He gestured vaguely toward the sky. Kyle nodded. "Yes, likely a relay point for its origin. Whoever sent it is watching. They may not be friendly." Alex swallowed. "So we're not done yet. This isn't over." Kale's gaze softened, almost reflective. "No, but we are prepared. Humans, your species, surprises even me. I underestimated your capabilities." Alex raised an eyebrow. "Capabilities? You mean yesterday with the beacon?" Kale's antennas twitched and it nodded. "Yes, your improvisation, your creativity. It is remarkable. Humans are resourceful." Alex felt a flush of pride. "Well, thanks, Kyle. I guess humans can be unpredictable." Kale's eyes glimmered. "Precisely. That unpredictability is an advantage. And now, you must understand something." Alex leaned in, curious. "What?" Kale hesitated, as if choosing words carefully. "There is a faction hostile to my species. I did not anticipate their reach would extend to Earth. Their technology, advanced. Their intentions, unknown. But they hunt my kind. And by association, you may be in danger." Alex's heart skipped a beat. "Hunt? You mean they want to hurt you, or us?" Kale nodded slowly. "Yes, but they underestimate humans. That is fortunate. Your species' creativity may save lives. Alex swallowed hard. Fear knotted in his stomach, but alongside, it was a spark of determination. Somehow, he knew that panicking would not help. Kale's calm presence gave him confidence. So, what do we do? He asked. Kale's antennas twitched thoughtfully. We must locate the source of the signal, determine its intentions, and prepare for confrontation if necessary. Alex nodded. All right, lead the way. Kale projected a small map of the city, marking several energy points that matched the beacon's pattern. One location stood out, a warehouse near the outskirts, quiet and unassuming. Kyle's sensors indicated unusual energy readings there. That's our first target, Kyle said, but we must proceed cautiously. Humans are vulnerable, but together we may succeed. Alex smirked. I like the sound of that, a human and an alien saving the day. Kale tilted its head. Do not be overconfident. The unknown is unpredictable, but yes, we will face it together. They prepared for their mission. Kyle provided advanced tools, small energy scanners, a portable shield, and a communication device that could tap into the beacon's signal. Alex gathered practical items, flashlights, duct tape, and a backpack filled with improvised gadgets he hoped would help. As they moved toward the warehouse, Alex felt a thrill of excitement mixed with anxiety. The streets were quiet, almost too quiet, and the evening sky cast long shadows across the buildings. Kyle's antennas twitched constantly, sensing every shift in energy. This way, Kyle whispered, guiding Alex through alleys and side streets to avoid drawing attention. The source is near. Remain alert. Alex nodded, his mind racing with possibilities. What could they find inside? Were there more alien devices? Could hostile beings be waiting for them? When they reached the warehouse, Kale motioned for Alex to stop. The building was old and dark, with faint lights flickering inside. The air vibrated with a low hum, the same strange energy they had detected before. Kale extended a hand. We proceed cautiously. Do not act impulsively. Alex took a deep breath. Cautious, got it. But what if we need to improvise? Kale's antennas twitched. Then, trust your instincts. That is your strength. They entered the warehouse quietly, the floor creaking beneath their feet. Shadows danced across stacked crates, and the hum of energy grew louder. In the center of the room, a small device pulsed with light, a secondary beacon, smaller but similar to the one they had disabled. Alex frowned. Another one? Why here? Kyle scanned it. It is a relay, likely transmitting information to another location. We must disable it before they detect us. Alex looked around. The crates, metal beams, and old machinery could be used creatively. An idea struck him. Kyle, what if we use the environment to amplify vibrations like yesterday but bigger? Kale tilted its head. Yes, that is plausible. Your approach, again, unpredictable. Alex quickly moved crates and stacked metal beams around the beacon. He attached cables and a small fan, improvising a makeshift resonator system similar to yesterday, but on a larger scale. Kyle watched, assisting with precise adjustments to ensure the energy frequency matched the device's resonance. Ready? Alex asked, wiping sweat from his forehead. Kyle nodded. Yes. Initiate. Alex turned on the system. A low hum filled the warehouse, resonating with the beacon's energy. Sparks flickered and the light from the device pulsed violently. The floor vibrated beneath them. Kale's eyes widened. Yes, it is working. Maintain focus. Alex adjusted the frequency, moving quickly. The beacon flickered, then surged, with resistance as if it was fighting back. Alex's mind raced for a solution. He grabbed a nearby metal barrel and used it to amplify the vibrations further. The beacon's glow began to destabilize. Suddenly, a panel in the ceiling opened and two figures dropped down, humanoid, but with faint alien features, eyes glowing faintly. Alex froze, heart pounding. Kale hissed softly. They are scouts. Hostile. Do not engage unless necessary. Focus on the device. Alex's hands shook slightly, but he stayed focused. Right, stay calm. He adjusted the resonator again, the vibrations shaking the floor. Sparks flew and the beacon pulsed wildly. The scouts advanced, but the device's destabilization created a barrier of energy, pushing them back slightly. Kyle extended its shield, deflecting their approach. Your creativity, it is invaluable. Humans adapt in ways aliens cannot predict. Alex smiled faintly, adrenaline surging. Guess that's why we're special, huh? The scouts hissed and tried to disrupt the device, but Alex's improvised system held. With one final adjustment, the beacon's light shattered and the hum ceased. The scouts retreated, vanishing into the shadows. The warehouse fell silent. Kale's antennas twitched, scanning the room. Excellent work. Together we have delayed their operation. But caution remains, they will return. Alex leaned against a crate, breathing heavily. That was insane, but we did it. Kyle regarded him with an expression that almost resembled pride. Yes, humans are capable of extraordinary things. Your unpredictability, resourcefulness, it is remarkable. Alex smiled, feeling a warm rush of accomplishment. Thanks, Kale. I guess humans really can surprise even aliens. Kale's gaze softened. Precisely. And that is why we must continue to work together. Your creativity, combined with my knowledge, may protect many lives. Alex nodded. All right, so what's next? Kale projected the residual signal traces again. We must analyze the source. Even destroyed, the devices may leave clues. Whoever sent them is still out there. Alex groaned softly. Sounds like we're not done yet, but I think I'm ready for whatever comes next. At least with you here. Kale's antennas twitched in acknowledgement. And I am ready. Humans, you are exceptional. Outside, the night sky stretched over the city, calm and quiet. But beneath the streets, the hidden war of energy signals and alien intentions continued. Alex and Kale had faced danger, revealed their strengths, and forged a bond stronger than either could have imagined. Together, they were a team, and nothing in the universe could predict what humans and aliens could achieve when working side by side. The night was quiet, almost eerily so. Alex and Kale returned to their dorm room exhausted but alert. The warehouse mission had been successful, yet both knew it was only a temporary victory. Whoever had sent the beacons would likely return, and this time they might come with more firepower, more cunning, and more danger. Kale projected a holographic map of the city, showing the energy traces they had recorded. The secondary beacon is destroyed, but residual signals indicate multiple potential relay points, it explained. I detect movement. Something is arriving. Alex's eyes widened. Arriving? You mean aliens? Here? Now? Kale nodded. Yes. Scouts, perhaps, or worse. They may be attempting direct contact. Alex swallowed hard, but a strange determination grew inside him. All right. So we face them head-on. Together? Kale's antennas twitched, a subtle sign of approval. Yes, but we must strategize. Direct confrontation is dangerous. Your species' unpredictability will be key. The first sign came as a distant hum in the sky. Alex peered out the window and saw faint lights moving fast, weaving through the clouds. That's them, he whispered. They're coming straight for the city. Kale's gaze sharpened. We must prepare. Humans and your infrastructure may be vulnerable, but your creativity may allow us to create defenses. Alex nodded, thinking quickly. All right, we can use the city itself. Lights, power, lines, vehicles, anything to confuse them. Distract them long enough to get close to their ship. Kale studied him carefully. Yes, that is effective. Unpredictable. I will assist. Together they moved quickly through the city streets, gathering materials. Alex used portable generators, reflective panels, and even parked vehicles to set up a series of improvised barriers and decoys. Kale added energy shields and precise guidance, forming a hybrid strategy that combined human improvisation with alien technology. Hours passed. The hum in the sky grew louder, and the lights of the approaching scout craft became visible. It was smaller than a full ship, but sleek, alien in design with jagged lines and glowing panels. The scouts had learned from their previous failure. They moved cautiously, scanning for resistance. Alex crouched behind a row of vehicles, adjusting a reflector to create a blinding light beam aimed at the scout craft. This should slow them down, he whispered. Kale nodded. Good. I will manipulate energy shields to redirect their sensors. Your creativity is remarkable. The first wave of scouts descended, testing the defenses. Lights flashed, barriers shifted, and sparks flew as the alien craft struggled to navigate the confusing environment. Alex ducked as one panel erupted in a small burst of electricity. Okay, maybe not perfect, he muttered. Kale extended its shield to protect them. Adapt, humans. You are resilient. Use this moment. Alex grinned. Resilient, huh? Let's see if we can make them regret coming here. He grabbed a series of wires and connected them to a nearby generator, creating a controlled electric pulse. When he activated it, arcs of electricity jumped across the street, striking the alien scout sensors. The craft shuddered, spinning slightly out of control. Kale's eyes widened. Excellent. Your improvisation is effective. The scouts regrouped and attempted another approach, but Alex and Kale were ready. Using the city as a maze, they guided the alien craft toward a series of decoys and traps. Sparks, lights, and vibrations confused the scouts, making it difficult for them to distinguish reality from human improvisation. Kyle, they're getting smarter, Alex warned. We need a final move, something bold. Kale considered briefly, antennas twitching. Yes, the main ship is nearby. If we can reach it, disable their energy core. We may end this quickly, but it is dangerous. Very dangerous. Alex took a deep breath. Dangerous is kind of my specialty. Let's go. They moved swiftly toward the edge of the city, where the main alien scout ship hovered. Its design was unlike anything Alex had seen, sleek, dark, and pulsating with energy. He could feel the hum through the soles of his shoes, a low vibration that made his teeth tingle. Kyle projected a small shield around them as they approached. Your human unpredictability will guide us. Observe, adapt, and act. You may be the key to success. Alex nodded, eyes scanning the ship. He spotted small energy conduits on the hull, weak points where they could interfere with the ship's systems. Okay, we need to disable those first. Distract them while I do the wiring thing. Kale extended its own energy appendages, creating multiple interference fields to confuse the ship's sensors. Alex moved quickly, using wires, panels, and whatever materials he could find to connect with the ship's conduits. Sparks danced across the connections as he worked, sweat dripping from his forehead. This is insane, Alex muttered, almost to himself. But it might just work. The scout ship shuddered as the conduits overloaded. Lights flickered, and alarms blared in alien tones. Alex's heart raced, but Kale's calm presence kept him focused. Almost there, Alex whispered. Just a little more. With one final adjustment, the conduits sparked violently, sending a surge of energy through the ship. The alien craft shuddered, wobbling in the air. Kyle amplified the disruption with its energy shields, creating a feedback loop that destabilized the ship's systems. The scouts inside panicked, trying to regain control, but Alex's improvised system was too unpredictable for their calculations. Finally, the ship emitted a loud pulse of light and fell to the ground, disabled but intact. The hum of energy faded into silence. Alex collapsed onto the ground, breathing heavily. We did it. I can't believe it actually worked. Kale's antennas twitched, a subtle expression of admiration. Humans, your ingenuity is exceptional. Without your unpredictable methods, success would not have been possible. Alex smiled faintly, feeling a rush of pride. Thanks, Kyle. I guess humans really can surprise even aliens. Kale projected a small map showing residual energy readings. The threat is neutralized for now, but the origin of the fleet, still unknown. We must remain vigilant. Alex nodded. Yeah, but today we won, and we did it together. Kale's gaze softened, almost like a human smile. Yes, together. Humans and aliens. A formidable combination. As they walked back to the city, Alex looked up at the night sky. The stars were calm, serene, and infinite. He felt a strange connection to them, a reminder that the universe was vast and full of surprises. And he realized that despite being human, ordinary in many ways, he could make a difference, especially when paired with someone like Kale. Hey, Kale, Alex said quietly. Next time, maybe we try a less destructive approach first, huh? Kale's antennas twitched humorously. Perhaps, but unpredictability has proven valuable, and you are invaluable. Alex laughed softly. All right, I'll take. So as together they returned to their dorm room, tired but triumphant. Outside, the city continued its quiet rhythm, unaware of the alien threat that had come and gone in the night. Inside, Alex and Kale shared a moment of calm, knowing that their teamwork had made all the difference, but both also knew this victory was just the beginning. The universe was vast, full of challenges and mysteries that neither humans nor aliens could face alone. And tomorrow, anything could happen. Yet Alex felt ready. He was human, creative, unpredictable. And with Kale by his side, he realized that there was nothing he could not face. The sun rose slowly over the city, painting the streets with soft golden light. Alex sat on the edge of his bed, still feeling the adrenaline from last night. The warehouse, the alien scouts, the disabled ship, it all seemed surreal. Yet the reality of what they had accomplished settled into him. They had faced danger together and survived. Kale sat beside him, antennas twitching gently. The alien had remained quiet, observing Alex as he sipped a mug of coffee. The room felt calm, now peaceful, yet charged with the unspoken knowledge that the universe was larger and stranger than Alex had ever imagined. You slept at all? Alex asked, glancing at Kale. I rested in meditation, Kale replied softly, but my mind remains alert. We must review yesterday's events, learn from them, prepare for the future. Alex nodded. Yeah, preparation is good. But for now, can we just breathe? Kale's large eyes studied him, then softened. Yes, breathing is essential for humans, and perhaps reflection is essential for both species. Alex smiled. You sound almost human when you say that. Kyle's antennas twitched slightly, an expression Alex was learning to recognize as amusement. Perhaps observation changes perception. Humans influence those around them, even aliens. Alex laughed quietly. Well, I hope we influenced each other in a good way. Kale's eyes flickered. Yes, you are resourceful, unpredictable, courageous. Your species has qualities I had underestimated. Alex felt a surge of pride. Thanks, Kale. You know, I never thought of myself as extraordinary, just a regular student trying to get through life. But I guess humans can be surprising. Kale's antennas twitched, almost like a nod. Exactly. That unpredictability, creativity, resilience is your advantage. And now, the universe must acknowledge it. They reviewed the events of the night before. Kale analyzed the disabled alien ship, confirming that no further energy signals were being transmitted. The scouts had retreated, and no immediate threats remained. Alex listened carefully, impressed by Kale's precision and depth of knowledge. "You really know your stuff, Kale," Alex said. "I think we made a pretty good team." Kale's eyes glimmered. Indeed, together, human creativity and alien knowledge, formidable. The cooperation, essential. Alex leaned back, thinking about the implications. So, we stopped an alien scout fleet, protected the city, and maybe even saved lives. All because of our teamwork. Kale nodded. Yes. And you demonstrated qualities my species rarely encounters. Courage, adaptability, ingenuity. Your species is remarkable. Alex chuckled softly. I'll take that. Humans, remarkable. Not bad for a species that usually trips over its own feet. Kyle's antennas twitched in what Alex recognized as amusement. Perhaps humorous humility is also a human trait. And valuable. The conversation turned to the future. Kale shared what it knew about potential alien threats, energy signatures, and ways to detect anomalies. Alex asked questions, trying to understand as much as he could. Kyle was patient, explaining complex concepts in ways Alex could grasp. You know, Kale, Alex said thoughtfully, humans have a way of thinking outside the box. Yesterday, today, it's not about strength or technology. It's about seeing problems differently, finding solutions that no one expects. Kale's eyes widened slightly. Yes, that unpredictability is a human advantage. You see patterns, others do not. You create possibilities where others see none. That is why humans can face dangers and survive. Alex smiled faintly. Well, I guess we proved that. And we'll keep proving it, right? Kale's gaze was steady, almost gentle. Yes, together, we will face what comes. Humans, your species, is resilient, brave, capable of remarkable achievements. Alex felt a warmth in his chest. He had never considered himself a hero, but now, seeing Kale's admiration, understanding the danger they had faced, he realized that ordinary humans could accomplish extraordinary things. Courage, creativity, and teamwork were powerful. After breakfast, they walked outside. The city seemed calm, almost oblivious to the night's events. People went about their routines, unaware that humanity had faced an alien threat and survived. Alex felt a strange pride, not for himself alone, but for his species. Humans were small, fragile, yet unpredictable. They could solve problems others could not. They could adapt, survive, and even thrive in impossible situations. Kale observed quietly as Alex spoke. Your species, underestimated by many, yet capable of remarkable acts. I will report this to my people. They must understand. Humans are not to be underestimated. Alex smiled faintly. I guess we're making a good impression, then. Not bad for a regular student and an alien exchange partner. Kale's antennas twitched slightly. Yes. And I have learned. Observation is only part of understanding. Experience is essential. And you have provided valuable experience. Alex laughed softly. Well, glad I could help. But I think I learned a lot too. Humans are more capable than even I thought. And maybe working with you, Kale, makes us even stronger. Kale's eyes glimmered. Indeed. Together, we demonstrate the best of both species. Unpredictability, courage, knowledge, creativity. These form a powerful combination. As the day passed, they cleaned up the remnants of the traps and devices they had used against the scouts. Alex marveled at how ordinary objects, wires, fans, and metal beams, had become tools of ingenuity in the hands of a human mind. Kale observed silently, clearly impressed. You know, Kale, Alex said, glancing at the alien. Human ingenuity is kind of messy, but it works. Kyle's antennas twitched with amusement. Messy, yet effective. That is a human trait. Unpredictable and valuable. The two sat quietly in the late afternoon sun, reflecting on their experiences. Alex thought about how easily things could have gone wrong, how fragile life seemed, and yet how strong humans could be when creativity, courage, and determination were applied. Kale seemed to share the reflection, its gaze steady and thoughtful. Finally, Kale spoke. Humans, you are more than I anticipated, not only in physical resilience, but in creativity, courage, and adaptability. I will share this knowledge with my species. They must understand your value. Alex smiled. Thanks, Kyle. And I'll share what I've learned too. Humans can adapt, survive, and even thrive. Sometimes, all it takes is thinking differently. Kale's gaze softened. Yes, that is the essence, and now we must continue. Vigilance, preparation, learning, but also trust. Humanity has proven worthy of trust. Alex nodded, feeling a deep sense of purpose. He realized that humanity, often underestimated, was capable of facing unimaginable challenges. Creativity, courage, and adaptability were their strengths, and when combined with Kale's knowledge and guidance, nothing seemed impossible. As the evening approached, the city lights began to twinkle. Alex and Kale walked back to their dorm side by side, partners in an adventure that had tested their limits and taught them the value of collaboration. The world was vast, full of mystery, and the universe was far larger than either had imagined. Yet they faced it together, human and alien, ready for whatever came next. Hey, Kale, Alex said quietly, glancing at his roommate. Next time, maybe we take it a little slower? I mean, the whole alien ship thing was exciting but exhausting. Kale's antennas twitched almost like a laugh. Perhaps, but unpredictability, courage, creativity have proven essential. And you are remarkable. Alex laughed softly. All right, I'll take it. But let's try to keep the universe from attacking us again for at least a week. Kyle's eyes glimmered with amusement. Agreed, for now. But humans, you are capable, and together, we will face whatever comes. The night sky stretched above them, infinite and calm. Alex realized that ordinary humans could achieve extraordinary things. Courage, creativity, and adaptability were more powerful than anyone had realized, and with Kale by his side, he felt ready to face the unknown, confident that humanity's unique qualities would shine even in the darkest corners of the universe. Together, they stepped into the future, prepared for challenges, adventures, and mysteries that awaited. One human, one alien, an unlikely pair, yet united by trust, ingenuity, and the understanding that sometimes the most ordinary beings could achieve the most extraordinary outcomes. And so, the story of Alex and Kale continued, a testament to the strength of humanity, the value of partnership, and the limitless potential of courage and creativity in the face of the unknown.